Good evening, this is Edward and Ann, and it would be the 13th of May, 2018. We're going to do an addendum to last night's word. We could call that In Sync Part 2, or we could call it Talking with the Animals Part 2, since we talked a little bit about the ability to get in sync with the animal realm and actually experience a level of communication from them and from us to them. Here again, it's something that we've experienced, and I know it's coming. It may not really be here, but it's something to anticipate, because this aspect of the functioning of the sons of God is not limited to just talking to animals per se, but it has to do with the whole realm of communication and the importance of communication as we move forward. Communication, as we know in the natural realm, is terrible. I mean, even when people communicate verbally, they don't really mean what they say, and they don't even know what they're talking about half the time, and it can be quite a mess. So communication is something a little bit more than just opening your mouth and talking, but it has to do with conveying truth and a level of interchange with another. And that's why, as the days of the kingdom move forward now, that the sons will move into this realm of communication. And we've talked about that before, that the sons of God are going to be the greatest communicators the world has ever known. And you would say, well, are you talking about verbally an exchange of thoughts and ideas and being able to really speak your mind and that type of thing? No, of course not. That's just on a very small level. Communication in its true form is far more expansive than we at this point even understand, because it involves your entire being. It involves being able to get in sync and in a level of oneness with those with whom you're communicating with. And as the sons continue to come forth, one of their greatest projects is setting the captives free, which is a deliverance to the elemental world, the fairy world, and so many other realms and dimensions. And that's where communication is so critical, because so many only know a very little of what is coming, but they really don't understand it that much. And so the sons will be able to communicate all that they are, which will be very interesting, because there will be times when the sons, yourself, myself, whatever, will choose not to communicate anything with someone. And there are other times when you'll be able to project all that you are to someone and cause them to instantly know and understand. That's kind of a deep territory here, but this was a word that came back in early 1980s, and it had to do with the sons being able to project all that they are, even to the most stupid mind. They would be able to project who and what they are if they so chose to. That's all in the realm of communication. And communication is going to be so critical moving forward. So that's just something we wanted to reiterate. Now, something I wanted to add, we were talking about this afternoon as we were out taking a walk, Ann and I, has to do with this whole scope of communicating with animals. And we just wanted to kind of, put it down so that it's recorded. But many of you probably understand that animals have a soul. That's why, animals can have such unique personalities. They don't have spirits, but they have souls. Insects don't really have anything. There's no soul, no spirit there whatsoever. But with the animal, there is the soul. And it's the soul that you are communicating with or have the ability to communicate with and them to you. And so it'll be interesting. We have a young dog, and we've watched him struggle with the satanic warfare that we're under. And hasn't at times known how to handle it. And so we just try and comfort him, talk to him a little bit, put a blanket over him, give him a little bit of security. But it's just very interesting to really understand that all of the animals, whatever, dogs, cats, it doesn't matter what form, have a level of intelligence and do have a soul. And if you can reach them, you can communicate to them. And even the animals that are in the wild that have not been domesticated per se have the same thing. There is a level of consciousness and language that exists, and not that they would be necessarily open as much as a domesticated animal would be to levels of communication. But it's just something that we wanted to, put down and mention, because the more the sons come forth, the more the energy that you carry and the intensity that you carry that's in your aura by virtue of the warfare and just the energy of becoming can affect so many levels. And if you have pets of any sort, can definitely affect them. And but here again, that's all in the realm of communication. It's not something that far distant from us that we won't begin to enter into. But here again, if you're able to move into that level, then it's kind of a package deal, because the whole realm of the kingdom is going to open up. Whether it's, with animals on that plane, or fairies on their plane, or elemental spirits, or various other orders, that whole level and realm of communication is going to become, it would never really become commonplace, but it's going to become readily accessible to the sons. So that's all we wanted to do, is just add this short addendum, and we send our blessings.